As I record this video right now, my body is aching, my legs are killing me, and my forearms are in immense, I won't say immense, but in a fairly moderate amount of pain. Next Saturday is my powerlifting meet, and so this is like the last kind of hard week here of training. Next week is going to be really, really nice and easy. I'm not going to do anything too strenuous. And so today was the last day really to get any kind of hard work in. So I try to take advantage of that. I basically pushed myself pretty damn hard today. But, you know, as I'm sort of sitting here and kind of reflecting upon my day, I've said before that this is a game where you can do it forever, where if you're writing, you can do it your whole life. And man, it's very much luxury. It's very much a luxury to be able to do this and not have your body hurting, to not have to worry about how few years you have left to do something at a sort of competitive level, etc. You can do this forever. And that I've said it before, and it keeps getting reinforced in me, the idea that you can keep doing this in perpetuity, for as long as you want. You can do this. It's a luxury. It's an amazing, amazing luxury. I think it's probably like the one break you get in the writing business. Everything else about the writing business sucks, right? You know, there's no money in it. It takes a long time to be discovered. It takes a long time to master the craft, etc. The one good thing is you can do it basically your whole life. And I suppose the second thing is that it's free. It doesn't cost you anything to do it. You don't have to buy special equipment or anything like that. You don't got to do, X, Y, and Z, thing here. You can just do it your whole life, which is excellent, which is amazing as well. Being able to do something for free and really not have to spend any money on equipment to get started. That's definitely a bonus. But yes, you can do it forever. And I think the reason why this is coming to me and why I'm thinking about it more and more is simply because I'm still feeling that sense of I need to get this done. I need to get my books published. I need to get discovered, quote unquote, fast here. I have that constant inner war of wanting to be recognized for my work in some way. And man, it's something you try to ignore. It's something you try to talk yourself out of, but it's a very persistent sort of feeling. I think I'm not definitely the only one who feels that way. And the more you try to ignore it, the more the thought keeps coming back to you of, hey, you gotta get discovered fast, get discovered quickly so you can do more of this, because ultimately that's what the goal is, right? Once you are discovered, once you are quote unquote published in a sense, right? And you make enough money to perhaps do this at least somewhat full-time, at least people maybe scale back your day job to maybe part-time hours, whatever, you can put more hours into your craft. And that's really what the goal with this whole thing is. That's always been my goal in this whole process, is to get to the point where I can do my craft basically full-time. It's not so much because I hate working a day job, although, I certainly love what I do, but it's more about the idea that if you were like Jimi Hendrix, right? But Jimi Hendrix, but you only play guitar an hour or two a day, you may not be the great guitarist everyone recognizes you for, right? There's a certain recognition that you got to put a lot of hours in. People talk about the 10,000 hour rule all the time, right? That the sort of Malcolm Gladwell idea that's been floating around for now, I think, almost 2 decades now at least, the idea of the 10,000 hours, right? So there's that idea of needing to get your reps in, of constantly needing to get your reps in. And as life goes on, you have less time to do it, right? And so the idea is that getting published or getting discovered will allow you to write more, so you can develop your craft faster, so you can become the Jimi Hendrix or Michael Jordan or whatever of your craft. That's really for me what the ultimate goal has been. It's never really been about making money. It's about getting to the point where I can get some sort of return on my writing investment, so I can do this forever, so I can keep writing more and more hours each day to improve my craft. So that way my writing is constantly improving, constantly evolving to the point that perhaps one day I win, some award, or I get, some bestseller, whatever, what have you. But that for me is what it's always been about. It's always about getting the point where I can sort of do this full time simply to improve my craft, simply to get more hours and reps in. It sucks. It's unfortunate. If I had 8 more hours in my day, well, I'd probably put those 8 hours towards writing, or at least a good portion of it, right? Unfortunately, it doesn't work that way. And so writing around a day job, writing around 8 hours in your schedule when you're tired, exhausted, what have you, it's hard. It's very, very difficult. And so for me, that's what the ultimate goal has always been. Do this full time so you can put those hours into your craft, so that way your craft becomes better. It's a cycle. It's a perpetual sort of cycle that just kind of feeds into itself. And so as I kind of get ready here to sign off and hop into a bath to sort of, kind of relieve some of these aches here, it's again a nice reminder that there's no physical cost to this. There is no time frame. You can do it forever, and you can, for a good portion of that, enjoy the process without any kind of constraints, any sort of ailments or injuries or time away. There's no injury time. There's no 6 months because you broke your wrist. You know what I mean? Well, actually, that actually might be the one thing, right? Is if you happen to, yes, injure your hands, I suppose, or get concussed. But for the most part, you're not missing 6 months at the keyboard because you broke your leg, right? This isn't like a sport where that might happen. It's a luxury, and I think in this field, you need to celebrate some of the few luxuries that you get, because there aren't a whole lot left.